You see, Netflix is doing a documentary on Bryan Johnson. It's made by the guy who did Tiger King. It looks super interesting. Did not see that, but that does sound interesting. I am fascinated by Bryan Johnson. He's such an interesting character. This is the guy trying to find immortality. Pull up the trailer. Oh, they already have the trailer?
On January 1st, Netflix is dropping the documentary Don't Die. As a species, we accept our inevitable decay, decline.
Why would they use that video? This is that video, the dude who does a headstand while drinking a beer and collapses. Why would... As a species, we're programmed to die. And that's the one that they showcase for it. I love that.
And death. I want to argue that the opposite should be true. We may walk into a future where all of us live healthier and longer. I want to live with everything that I am.
So yeah, I hope you don't die.
This is like the biggest day of the entire year. It's actually mind-blowing that it's a doc about this Endeavor blueprint. If I would have known this as a kid, I never would have believed it. I grew up in this small little town. My mom made my clothes for us. We made our own food. Like, we were very poor. This journey we've been on for the past 4 years, we've been asking this question.
I wonder if that's true or not. I feel like every really successful person ever has that same story. And most of the time it's just fucking made up. Let's see. His stepfather owned a trucking company. He went to BYU. Not a whole lot of information about his, like, upbringing. Yeah, I guess I can't really find anything on it, which is usually why they say that. Because it's hard to prove it wrong, because there's just not information on it. You can kind of just make the past whatever you want it to be when it comes to your upbringing. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I used to have to eat dirt. Mom was too busy selling her pussy on the street. It was a real rough upbringing. When in reality, they went to like a private school their whole life. They had like everything made. Like, it's just, you know.
And we chose somebody. And the conditions of the deal were they're going to film and have unfettered access. And they're going to create any story they want. Good, bad, ugly. I had no creative control at all.
I've said this from very beginning with Bryan Johnson. He's doing a lot of weird shit, but all of it is legitimately beneficial. Like, it only has a benefit if it works. Because he shares everything. Blueprint is, from everything I've seen, very open about his whole fucking protocol. He tells you exactly what he eats and what he consumes. You can buy it through Blueprint if you want, or you could just get the generics at, like, Walgreens. So, he is just a guinea pig for everybody else. I think that's overall just a good thing. So I imagine this documentary, he's probably like, you know, just film whatever the fuck you want. Because he's worked with YouTubers, too, that come in and, like, openly kind of make fun of him. And he's fine with it. Dude is actually just like, he wants to be immortal. If he can find it, it helps all of us. He open sources not dying. Exactly, man. It is an open source immortality pursuit. There's just so little to hate about that. You can call him, like, weird and like a vampire and all that. Like, he is very vampiric-esque. It's fine. I mean, he'll be the first to tell you from everything I've seen. He's, like, very open about it. But at the end of the day, if it works, it's helpful for everybody because he's sharing it.
And so I agreed to that. I said, like, this is our journey. I'm already very transparent, sharing all my data in the world. So, like, come on in. And so it really is, I think, a message that resonates with people that we are entering into a new phase of being human. This documentary captures it. It's not about the specific health protocols. It's about our culture. It's how we understand our mindset. It's what we aspire to become as a species. I would say, like, on the long list of things that have changed humanity, you know, the printing press, the Enlightenment, the Industrial Revolution, your democracy, the internet, AI, computers, Don't Die is next. Like, it's on par, and it's a peer with the biggest revolutions in the history of the human race. And that may not be obvious right now. Like, it may just seem like a cute tagline or phrase, but it's legit in line with those others. And so I hope you watch it. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you, like, let this sink in and sit with it, because it's an idea of tremendous depth. I've spoken to a few people who have spoken about the Netflix effect, that when something like this happens, It just changes your relationship with the world. I guess I kind of had this when I sold my company and made a bunch of money. I felt that titanic shift of like, I was poor and now I'm rich, and like it just changes everything. I think a new reality is probably going to be true for me personally. I don't entirely know what it's going to be, especially if we're talking about ideas that press the boundaries of what people find comfortable and also pushes up against certain ideas. So I think the best thing I can do is to be humble and like lean into learning as fast as I can, because I'm not prepared for this, for sure. I don't know what's coming my way, and I hope that whatever attention this gets, that we can use it in a positive way. Definitely not going to be easy. It's not going to be necessarily intuitive. I'm going to make quite a few mistakes, I'm sure. I'm sure that I'm going to create a lot of enemies, and there's going to be a lot of people who want to come at me. So it's
I don't know where he's getting that from, man. Like, people might roast you and like clown on you, but like that already happens, and you're doing totally fine with all of that. I don't know what he thinks gonna happen. Like, a lot of people are gonna watch Don't Die and they'll be outraged. What the fuck? This guy's he's taking 200 pills a day? No. Yeah. I'm going to Congress. Like, he's making it sound like it's a much more controversial thing than it is. Like, I feel like my take on it isn't a unique one. I feel like most people will hear about this guy and be like, okay, that's weird, but if it works, cool. Because that's just kind of the whole thing. He is literally beta testing immortality theories. Like, it's really not controversial. He's just doing it to himself. Which YouTuber made a documentary on this guy? No, this is a Netflix documentary from the Tiger King guy on Bryan Johnson. So it's not a YouTuber documentary. I've said he's worked with YouTubers. Like, Will has worked with him, for example. They did a video together. Like, he has done videos with YouTubers. So you can, like, ones that openly make fun of him. So it's not like something he's not used to. It is controversial. What's controversial about it? I don't understand. It's really not controversial. He's just trying to extend the length of life and trying to figure out how to do so. Thanks, Resub Gandalf. It is for religious people. You see, I disagree, because let's say you're the most religious person in the world. You know, in the Bible, people used to live into their hundreds, right? Like, the thing that happened in the Bible was, after a long time, it's actually quite a long story, and I don't remember all the details, but eventually the Lord said he is going to reduce our lifespan. But at one point, humans were living hundreds of years, according to the Bible. So it's not, like, I don't even think it's that controversial from a religious perspective either. No, he's not, the thing is, the immortality thing, that's just a catchy little, like, eye grabber. He's not actually trying to find immortality. That I don't think will ever happen. What he is trying to do is just improve longevity. But he uses things like immortality or don't die as an attention grabber. He's not actually trying to make everyone immortal. He just wants people to, as they age, not degrade as much and have a longer lifespan. No, I can see that, Nick. And that's not what he's trying to do. But if he's going at it from a scientific point of view, he shouldn't use words like immortal. Well, he himself is not really a scientist. He's basically an influencer. He's an extremely wealthy guy. He sold a tech company for, I think it was $600 million. And he is spending millions upon millions upon millions of dollars a year trying to find ways to improve longevity. And he just preaches it through calling it immortality. Like, look at his channel. Like, he himself is not actually a scientist. So he's going to use words like immortal. It's just marketing. It's just straight up marketing. He's a smart tech guy, but he is not a scientist. So he's going to say, like, don't die. This is how you're never going to die. Stuff like that. People who believe anything, they'll believe immortality is attainable and give him money. I don't think so. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people that will. That's not what I mean. But as far as, like, giving him money, he kind of just releases everything openly. Like, you can buy his meal stuff, I guess. So, I mean, I guess it could be viewed as, like, a scam to get blueprint stacks. But he also shares where you can just get it at your local Walgreens or your local Publix. Because it's not blueprint products that he's peddling. It's certain diets and protocols. It's not like they've made some elixir that you have to buy from him, like Peter Popoff's Magic Spring Water. He sells those aging kits. Are you talking about the, God, what are they called? The DNA test kits, I forgot the name of it. But he does do that. Yeah, he does have those if you wanted like a testing kit. Does he Blood Boy? He did. This was the intergenerational blood plasma transfusion family with his dad and his son. But from what I recall, he didn't see any noticeable changes in his biochemistry or something, so they stopped doing it. How old is he? I don't remember. I think he's about to turn 50. Yeah, he's 47. If you look at his August 2024 update on his site, it looks like patch notes you'd see in a game update. Which one? Blueprint? Which site? Let me see. Oh yeah, that's the aging kit thing. And then here's his pre-packaged snacks. I guess not snacks. But again, all of this shit is just things you can find at your local GNC. First results. Oh yeah, here. What was this? First results from 3 years of Blueprint. Top 1% speed of aging, epigenic. Top 1% muscle mass and function. So this is the bullet points, and here's the patch notes. Speed of aging slower than 99% of 20-year-olds. Body inflammation is 85% below the average 18-year-old. HSCRP at 0.15. VO2 max 58.7 milliliters. Top 1.5% of 18-year-olds. Total bone mineral density top 0.2% of 30-year-olds. Nighttime erection. What? Nighttime erections 179 minutes better than the average 18-year-old. What the fuck? Consecutive minutes? An erection? No, these patch notes are confusing me. I didn't catch the previous patch. How do you measure the nighttime erections? That can't be consecutive minutes, right? That's like hospital level if you have that much blood in your cock for that long. An over 2-hour erection at night? I was 18 once. It didn't last that long. Not even close. That definitely was better than mine. You don't know because you were sleeping. It's true, I guess. Yeah, you're gonna have to get the cock ring sensor out. I guess that'd be the only way to know for sure how you'd be able to measure that. Sounds like a new video idea. How long I can hold a nighttime erection for? Can I stay hard longer than Bryan Johnson? Perfect liver fat, iron and stiffness. Top 99.5% muscle volume. Bottom 0.5% for visceral fat, muscle fat, and subcutaneous fat. Top 1% sleep performance and recovery. Whoop. Fuck is that? Possibly increased thymocyte volume to 7 years younger pending further testing. Ideal whole body muscle and fat. 50 plus optimal clinical outcome biomarkers. Leg press single rep max 800 pounds, top 1 to 2% of 18-year-olds. Bench press single rep max 240, top 10% of 18-year-olds. I don't know why he always does like 18-year-old comparisons. I don't know why I couldn't get that word out. Shouldn't it be like 21-year-old? I don't even know why, like how you'd measure it against these. Like, you can say that it's better than the 18-year-old, but you could also just say that for like any random age. Like, I don't see what makes that special. I don't see what the point is. Thanks for Resub Studio. Like, you can say you're in the top 1 to 2% of 18-year-olds at the leg press single rep max, but why? Just, like, I feel like you could just say, leg press single rep max 800 pounds, top X% of population. Reinforces the reverse aging brand. I guess. If I start now at 22, will I become a baby? Yeah, imagine like a 25-year-old starts the Blueprint protocol and they just de-age themselves to like toddler level. Like, fuck! My biomarkers! And they're shrinking. No! Click on the results at the top left. Current results at top left. Oh, here we go. I mean, green is good. A lot of good green. Video idea, get on the Blueprint with your friends and see what's changed for the better or worse in a month. I wanted to do that. I really wanted to do that. I reached out. Did not get a response, though. Maybe Bryan Johnson has de-aged himself too much, and he doesn't have access to his accounts anymore. He's not old enough. Don't scroll too far down. His colonoscopy is there. No shot. Well, what do you know? Wow. Wow. So it is. Huh. Yeah, he has like a little slideshow, like moving. It's not a video, but it's like pictures that are flipping through for his gastrointestinal health. So the small bowel capsule camera, and I get to see poop forming in his colon. And I can even see his asshole from the inside out. Blueprint, more like brown print, am I right, Bryan? That's pretty cool. He just posted that on there, huh? Huh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen that process. I mean, it is cool that he shows all the measurements, but I feel like I could have taken your word for the colonoscopy, I'm being honest with you. It's science, show it. Brother, I can't show that. What do you mean?